What's up guys, Tails here with another video, and today I want to talk about Ike. Let's get right into it. So, those of you guys who don't know, Ike just won a major tournament in Florida called Smash Conference, and I put him in my tier list at about high tier, and I actually think that he should be in the top tier category, right behind or in front of Shulk. So I think Ike is actually top 10 in the game right now, and I've actually been using him a lot because I've been encountering them and having a lot of trouble with this character. So I decided to invest more time into him in order to better understand him, and now I want to share that with you. So, what are your main tools with Ike? Neutral Air is your best friend. This tool will do everything for you. So Neutral Air is Ike's best tool. It will combo and you can get guaranteed damage. It'll lead into kill and KO setups. It is good to protect your landings with. It'll do your taxes, babysit your kids. It'll do everything that you could ever want. This move is everything you can ever want. It's safe on shield, meaning that if you hit someone's shield with it, you can actually spot dodge. So if they try to grab you, you can actually dodge the grab if your timing is good. You have to fast fall it into the ground though. So if you anticipate that your opponent's going to grab after you nair, you can just spot dodge. And then you can punish their grab with a down tilt, right? So yeah, so Neutral Air is really good. And I'm going to just show you some of its uses. You know, anywhere from low percent, you can combo into up tilt. So like nair, up tilt, right? And that's true. And then at like a little bit higher, nair, fair is also true. Nair, when you have platforms, you can even get like nair to nair, nair to up air, nair fair, and that'll kill. You can get nair back air, nair back air, and that'll kill horizontally. And if you need to kill vertically, well, that's okay. Nair into up air. Notice how it's a true combo there. And I actually did double jump for that up air, so you'll have to like nair, double jump up air very quickly. So I'm using my double jump instantly, and then I'm up airing as I reach the top. So nair actually just does a whole lot for you. You can also combo it into grab depending on your opponent. So nair is like, you know, if you space it properly, it avoids getting punished on shield. If you don't space it properly, you can still spot dodge if you think they're going to grab you. Also, if you think that they're going to swing at you horizontally, you can hit their shield and then just nair again and punish them for attempting to punish you. So it's just a really full hop nair. Short hop nair can be good too, but full hop nair is pretty if they haven't hit you by the time you reach the peak of your jump, it's pretty safe to come down with Neutral Air. And once it connects, you're going to get 20% off of it. Nair to fair is 20%. Nair to up air should be close to 20%. Nair to back air, same thing. So you're going to get a lot of damage off of this move in every situation. 20% is like 1/5 of a stock. So if you hit them with 5 nairs, they're already ready to die, depending on your opponent's weight. So that's pretty much what I have to say about Neutral Air, and I think it's one of the best moves in the game. It's just so multi-purpose, it does everything for you, and it's just really good. So that's nair. Forward air you don't really want to approach with, but what I do like forward air for, aside from nair as well, is covering ledge options. When people are stuck on the ledge, you can time a forward air, and it even hits slightly behind Ike. So let me see if I can show you guys. Maybe not, but yeah, you see that? I was still in front of DK, right? But it does actually hit behind, and it'll catch people rolling from the ledge and send them forward back off stage. So that's another alternative that you have for ledge trapping, and of course we have Eruption when opponents are off stage. Now if you fully charge Eruption, which I would not recommend, it will actually send pillars of fire outward, and it'll deal 20% damage to Ike. So generally you don't want to charge it fully. It'll also send pillars even if you don't fully charge it, if I'm not mistaken. No, it won't. Okay, but this hitbox is really good for timing opponents that are trying to recover. If you can release it just at the moment that they're about to grab the ledge, that's a free stock right there. You'll kill people as early as 60-70%, and it's pretty much no risk to you to do this. So Eruption right here is usually pretty good. It hits slightly below the ledge, it hits horizontal to the ledge, and it hits above the ledge. So if they have to pass this point right here, you got it covered with Eruption. So I would strongly recommend that as well. If you need to go lower, you can run off in forward air, but just realize that you are taking a risk and you'll have to double jump up B to make it back. So neutral air, you can also cover your lag with neutral air with a down tilt. So if you think people are going to approach you and block the nair, you can still pressure them afterwards with a down tilt. And down tilt's really fast in this game. It's also really good for covering missed techs, right? So if we like back throw DK, we can actually get that combo if he doesn't tech the ground. Oops, he's not at high enough percent to get a missed tech. So actually it will work with jab, jab, jab. I did not mean to dash attack. See that? Missed the tech and you get the down tilt. So alternatively, if they do tech roll and they tech roll behind you, you should be able to turn around down tilt and then still get that punish depending on which way they roll. So you kind of want to be ready for that option, but you can use forward throw or back throw for this at early percents if you're trying to set that up, or jab, jab, jab. Even forward tilt will set up a tech chase situation at high enough percents, like right there, right? So we can get down tilt into forward air, and he just took close to 40% off of that little string right there. So, but for the most part, guys, you are going to be wanting to use Ike's down throw at low percent because it does combo into forward air. And then once they get a little bit higher, you're going to want to start using up throw because it does combo into fair. So low percent, anywhere from like 0 to 10, you probably want to use down throw. And then mid percents, anywhere from 40 to, I want to say 80. Even slightly above 80, maybe 40 to 100, you want to use up throw, because then you can start just tacking on that damage pretty solidly. And even if they DI, you should be able to follow with up air in some cases and try to frame trap them. So it really depends on the situation, but that's the general usage of his throws that I would recommend. So down tilt super fast, does combo into fair, nair, or up air, even maybe a rar back air, we can get it. But so down tilt's also another very fast and versatile tool that you want to use in your kit. Down tilt, nair into up tilt, nair into back air, and now they're off stage, they have to deal with the eruption, and you can kill them pretty early like that, especially if they have to recover low. For the most part, guys, you want to use side B to recover. You don't really want to have to use your up B because people can actually spike you out of up B, out of ether. So if you do ever have to use ether, you want to try and sweet spot it so that you're just grabbing the ledge and you're not going too much higher above it. Even though the game kind of auto sweet spots for you, people can still spike you. So sometimes you're actually going to want to use your ether out a little bit just to protect yourself. Notice how I'm not hugging the stage, I'm throwing it early, and I just messed up right there, but sometimes throwing it early and having that sword protect you is better than going low and being predictable and using it from down here and then getting spiked or having a projectile thrown at you and now you don't have a double jump and can't recover. So I would recommend trying to side B to the ledge in most cases if you can help it, because side B is very punishable if people block it. So yeah, and then try to minimize the amount of times that you use up B because that's a huge risk in general. And sometimes it's okay to go high and try to mix people up and land on stage, but for the most part you're going to want to go to the ledge with your side B. And yeah, so side B over up B. If you have to up B, then that's fine too, but just know that it can get you into trouble. So for the most part, you're looking for your nairs, you're looking for your grabs into up throw fair, and you're just trying to rack people up to kill percent, so that you can get nair into up air, or you can get down tilt into up air, or you can get eruption at the ledge, or you can punish people's forward get up. You see how DK actually did a forward get up right there? You can actually time an F tilt right there, and that's guaranteed. So if anyone does forward get up into Ike, and you time that F tilt, that's a free stock gone right there at maybe about 110% depending on the matchup. So yeah, Ike's nair is super good. I think it's really what makes the character strong. And sometimes I will actually throw out up B as an anti-air when people are coming from above to challenge them, because it does have some armor on startup, so that's also not a bad option. Obviously he has a counter as well if you can predict when people are going to swing at you, but you want to use counters with a grain of salt. You don't want to use them too frequently. Back air is also safe on shield, guys, so feel free to fish for, I don't want to use the word fish, but if you can scare your opponent into shielding with back air, they can't really punish you, and you can try for a back air into F tilt if they're going to try to punish you, or back air into turn around down tilt fair. Back air to scare them, and then try to get that grab on their shield, because they obviously can't let go of shield without risking dying. And even if down air doesn't spike, it still kills relatively early, so it's sometimes worth going for if you can manage. You can also 2-frame with down air if you use it right at the very edge, right here. You can 2-frame with it. It's just really hard timing. So I prefer Eruption for that purpose, but I'm just trying to give you guys more options. And yeah, nair to nair is definitely a thing. And if you have a platform to land on, like on Battlefield, nair, nair, you land on the platform, jump up air, and that's a true combo as well. So you want to be considerate. Also up air, whenever your opponent's above you, you try to swing an up air, right? Look at that range. It's really huge. And oops, I don't mean 3DKs, I just want to show you guys the insane range. It actually covers the entirety of a whole platform. Right? It actually covers the entirety of Battlefield platform, Pokemon Stadium platform, and you can really score some kills with it. But the best part about the up air is that if people air dodge, they actually have a end lag on the air dodge, so you can up air just to bait an option, and then depending on which way they directional air dodge, go for the dash attack. So you're basically full hop up airing, knowing that they're gonna air dodge it, and then be ready for whatever direction that they dodge in, and you could try to punish. Especially if you double jump the up air, you can then try to cover the landing. Because I think full hop up air may still have some end lag, but a double jump up air is going to keep you safe for the most part and with little lag. And then you can try to dash attack whatever way they directional air dodge and score that KO. So yeah, so back air is good for shield pressure. It's also safe on shield. If you space it right, you can kind of condition people with back airs to want to shield, and then you can approach with your back to them and then get your grab, and that'll lead into a forward air, right? So don't forget to pummel when your opponent's at high percent, just to get them a little bit closer to kill percent. Alright guys, and as a little tidbit, I think that this is a really nice setup. If you hit with the back end of nair, you can get a back air, right? And that back air will lead into a tech chase situation. So you can do something like back hit a nair into back air, and then if they missed a tech, down tilt, fair. And that string is already like 40% right there. And also just to add, guys, you can use your counter for going off stage and edge guarding people if you can predict their trajectory on the recovery, as well as if you can time the up B. Just like Chrom, if you are a stock up and you can get that up B off stage, you can trade stocks with your opponent, and now they're down one more stock, and you're, you're still up 1 stock. So it might be worth it in some cases to go for that trade. It just really depends on the situation and the character that you're fighting. As for Ike's biggest weaknesses, his moves in the air actually do have some startup before they come out, so people can try to stuff you out before you get the nair off or the forward air off. And also Ike gets pressured out of in shield, right? So unless they have their back to you, one of your biggest options is obviously back air out of shield or up B out of shield. But for the most part, Ike doesn't really have too many out of shield options, so he's susceptible to getting pressured by fast characters. So that's why you have to use your range and your positioning to space them out with your big hitboxes. Because once they get to your shield, you don't have too many options out of your shield that are safe and that can hit small characters, right? Back air out of shield is not going to hit Pichu or Olimar, so that's kind of tough in that situation. His other big weakness, obviously, is his up B. You can get spiked out of it. You can just get like a projectile thrown at you, like Mewtwo Shadow Ball or Link's bombs, anything, any projectile that's decent. Right when you hit the top of it, you don't have any more armor, and you can have a projectile thrown at you, and that'll kind of end your stock depending on how far you go. But side B is the savior. It actually has insane horizontal range, and you can come back from almost anywhere. So you want to make sure that you get hit high up rather than horizontal, so you'll have more time to charge your side B. But yeah, so basically no out of shield options, slow startup on nair, forward air, even up air to an extent, so people can try to meet you halfway before you get your hitboxes out and really kind of shut you down that way. And then the second thing is up B is very, very vulnerable. So if you can kind of play around those weaknesses, Ike is a very, very solid character, and if you can kind of play around people's shield and keep them guessing as to what you're going to do after you nair, that's really how you win with this character. Because if you can win those 50-50 situations, they block your nair and you spot dodge and they miss their grab, you get your punish, right? They block your nair and they stay in shield, you get your grab. They block your nair and they jump, you can stay on the ground and try to anti-air them with up tilt or something else. Also, not to mention, guys, obviously his smash attacks are very, very powerful. You don't want to use them too frequently. Up smash does hit all the platforms as well and the entire range of it, so it's good if you know someone's going to land above you, but for the most part, you want to use smash attacks kind of sparingly because they are very punishable. However, if you charge them and they hit someone's shield, your opponent's likely to be in shield stun and may not be able to punish you. So charged smash attacks are more safe than just like uncharged smash attacks with Ike. But obviously it's more of a commitment because you're spending time to charge it. So please keep that in mind. That being said, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and please share it with anybody who you know is maining Ike. And aside from that, guys, if you have been enjoying yourselves, don't forget to follow me on Twitter and subscribe to the channel because I'll be putting out tons of videos just like this one almost every day. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all next time.